Hello guys, welcome back. Today in this video, we are going to do a MySQL project. We're going to do some beginner level data analysis. So I have this database, words dictionary here, and I have this table. I'm going to use this table. I leave the whole Excel file in the GitHub, so you can download it from there. Okay, so to use a, I'll be starting from a very basic. This is a beginner level project. Okay, so, and this is the table. I'll just show it to you. So to use the database, we say use, and then we can give the name of the database. So in our case, it is words dictionary. And if I run this, query is successful here. It is in the green. So now we have selected the database. I can also just right click and set as a default schema. Then we have the table here. So if I say show tables, so we have this one table only here, words. In fact, we can also do show columns in tables, I guess. No, in words. Yes. So we have three columns here: word, letter count, and definition. So let me first just show the data to you. So here we have three columns: words, letter count, and definition. So this is a kind of a data set. It is a kind of a dictionary where we have the words, we have the letter count, we have the definition. And this is going to be very interesting as we move ahead. So let's analyze this today. So the first thing is, how do we run the query? So we have these few keywords here in SQL. We have, when we have to select data, we use select. And we have to use the from where we are selecting the data source, we use from. Then we have where for the condition. You can also use orders to put the data in the order, ascending order or descending order. And then we also have group by, where we can group the data of the same kind. We can group those. So these are main things, main keywords we use in the SQL. So we'll look into those one by one. So here I'm saying select. All the time when we write a SQL query, we should write these keywords in the uppercase. But right now I'm just writing it in these lowercase. So I'll continue with this. Now we are doing, what we are doing is here is we are saying select. That means we are saying select everything. Asterisk means everything from the words. So that's how we are getting this data here. Now, suppose if I have to select only one column, I can give the column name. I can say word. This is the column name from words. And now if I run this, I get one column. I can also give second column letter count. Then we would get two columns here, word and the letter count. And if we have to select everything, we do asterisk. Select is a star sign from the table. So how do we write queries? So first we have to honestly, we write first from, okay, because we know the source. If we know the source, so we are like, okay, from where? So from words. Then we say, what do we want to select from the words? Then we give the column name, select everything. And then here we say a condition. If there's any condition, do you want all the data or do you want some data? So we say where word is null, something like this. And if I run this, I get all the data where the word is null. There's no value in the word. So these things are not of any use. We need to remove these. So here I can also say something like where word is not null. So this would give us all the data where the word is not null, not empty. Okay. That's how we give the conditions. I'll remove this not, and now what I can do is I'll remove all the data where the values are null. So I'll use delete from table name words, where word is the column name is null. And if I run this, all the data has been removed. Here we can see the query is successful, and this one 210 rows were returned. That means this much of data has been removed. Now if I remove this, now if I run this, I get nothing. That means all the empty values have been removed. I can comment this out. Suppose we have to count. So here we can say from words. Now here I can just say count, and I can put this asterisk sign. This would count everything. If I run this, we have these many rows, 1,75,798. So that's how we counted. Now if you look at this count, the column name is something like count asterisk, what we have here. I can change it by giving an alias. I can say total count, and that would give us the total count as a column name. Great. Now if I have to find a particular word, I can just do this. I can say select everything from table name words, where word equal to, and we can give a name to the word. Let's give count. And if I run this, we have all the words where the letter count is count. And these are multiple values, although definition is different to some places. Okay, so that's how we get the word. Now here we can also give other column name. So if I say select everything from the table names words, where letter count is 5. So we get all the data where the letter count is 5. This is all the data here. Okay, same way we can also do, let's say 9. Okay, now when we are selecting the data, select everything from words. So we have this data, we can put the order in the data. So if I say something like this, order by letter count, so this would order the data, and we have data in the order from 1 to 2 3 4 5, and it moves ahead. Here by default it is in the ascending order. If I say descending order, DESC, so we have that data in the descending order. So the first is 83. So we have a word here that is a letter count of 83, 70, 25, 23, 22, and obviously there are many like 20, 20, 20. Okay, that's how we do the order by the letter count. Okay, now let's do some basic things. So we say select everything from words, where letter count is 25. So we have this one word where the letter count is 25. Okay, now I can say something like this also. Select everything from words, where letter count is greater than 3 and letter count is less than 9. Now if I run this, we get all the data which is more than 3 and less than 9. Okay, same way if I say select everything from words, where the letter count between 3 and 9. So this would also work. It would give us data between 3 and 9. This would include 3 and 9. Here we were just saying more than 3 and less than 9. Now if I want multiple values, I can say select asterisk everything from table name words where letter count in, and then we can give the multiple letter count numbers here. So I can say 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we have all the data where the letter count is 7, 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we can, so let's do some more things. What if I have to find a specific letter word? So for that, it is simple. Select everything from words where word is equal to letter. So we get all the rows where the word is letter. Okay. Now if I don't not know the word, what I can do is I can use like, and if I say something like give me the word where the word starts with A and everything after that. So all the words that is starting with A, if I say A and B, A and A, so we have all the words where the first two letters are A and A, right? A and A, A and A. In the same way, you can also say like, and then we can say if the words are ending with, A, let's see. So all the words where the word is ending with A. Okay, and if I do something like AB, let's see. So we have all the words where the word is ending with AB, Arab, blab, grab, drab, gab, okay. And if I say something like this, select everything from words where word like, let's give multiple words A, B, C, something like this. Okay, so we have these three letters in this word A, B, and C. Okay, so this word has something like this A, B, C, or maybe if I do something like fair. See, so we have all these words where the fair is in the mid somewhere, or fair, this phrase is in the word fairy and everything. So let's count the words. We use count from words, and this is this is giving us the count of all the rows. But what if I want to count the words on the basis of the letter count? So how would I do it? So let's suppose if I say letter count, so we have 1, 3, 9. So there are multiple words of letter count 5 and 9. So we want to find out how many words are there for letter count 5. So how do I do it? If I say something like this, count, so this won't work. It's only given us 1, and that is the complete rows total. So here we can use group by. We say group by this column, because we want to group the data by this column and count it. So now we have all the data where the letter counts are there, And for each letter count, we have the total number of words. I can give a name to this. Let's call this total. So we have 8, 6, 10. Now if you see, this is not in order. So what I can do is I can use order by here, and then we can say order by this letter count. So I can either say 1 because this is the first column, or we can also say letter count. So now we have this in the order, ascending order. For the descending order, I can do this, and we have something like this. So we have letter count of 16 have 600 words, and then 10 has these many, 5 has these many. Okay, so that's how we use the group by. Now we can do counting by different ways. So here, let's suppose we say select, and what we want to do is we want to count the these words, and then we will give them a name or something. So like how many words that are starting with A or B, something like this. So what I can do is I say case when word like starting with A, then we say 1, and then we can say end. And here I'm going to count. And we can give it a name, total words A, something like this. Now in the same way, I can just copy this, put a comma, and we can do this for multiple. So here I can say after A, let's say B, and we are going to say B. Let's say X, and let's say Z. Okay, something like this. This should work. And then, yeah, that's I think fine. And if I say from words, and if I run this, so we have total words of A 11,000, total words B, total words of X, and total words of Z. Okay, so that's how we have to find it if we want details in the column format. So I think that was enough. It was just to understand how the SQL works, for the basic understanding. Let's do final query. We'll find the palindrome. So palindrome is something if a word is spell out same from the both the side. Okay, like if there's a name, something like this. If I say civic, so this is civic, CIVIC, and then from backward also CIVIC, civic. Okay, so how can I do this? We'll use the case statement for this also. So let's say select everything, and then I'm going to use case when word is equal to reverse of the word. Okay, and then we can give it a phrase. We can say is a palindrome. Okay, and if this is not, we can say is not a palindrome. Okay, and then we can end it as a find palindrome. Okay, so what is wrong here? So the when word is equal to the reverse word, then is palindrome. And oh sorry, this is single quote. And then we can just use the table. So we say from words, and now if I run this, so we have a added column here which says is a palindrome or is not a palindrome. So we can remove this one letter word here. We don't really need to count these a, and we can say where letter count is greater than 3. Okay, so now these all words are not palindrome, is not a palindrome, and is a palindrome. ABBA is a palindrome because the reverse of ABBA is same, ba, father. Okay, and we would have some more if we could go reach to the C maybe. This would take a lot of time, so what I can do is where and word is civic, and if I run this, we have is a palindrome. Okay, so what we did here, we're just running a case when the word is equal to the reverse word, then we are saying is a palindrome. Case is used when we have to add an extra column or we want data in the this column format. Else is not a palindrome, and we are ending this whole thing as a this find palindrome from table words, and where condition is there, where condition is letter count is more than 3 and word is civic. All right, so this was all for this video. Just wanted to go through the basic things in the SQL. I hope you find it useful. Thank you very much.